Hello, everyone, and welcome to
The Movie House.
Today we're going to talk to you about a movie from 1967 called Bonnie and Clyde, starring Warren Beatty, Faye Dunaway, Gene Hackman, and Michael J. Pollard. What'd you think?
I thought it was really, really good. I heard about it my whole life. And of course, who doesn't know about Bonnie and Clyde? But I'd never seen the movie. So we decided we picked it up, didn't we? We got it for very cheap. And so I'm glad I saw it. I thought it was well done. Very interesting story. They did do it a little bit different than actual real life events, I found out. So that's always a little disappointing. I don't know why you have to fabricate a truth. It's like, why would you fictionalize stuff? Just the truth is good. So, but I thought it was done very well because I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if there was going to be tons of carnage. Are we going to get the background story of these characters? And so there was a little, so I didn't know what to expect, but I liked how they did it. I thought it was executed very well.
Yeah, like you, I'd heard about this movie for a long time, never had seen it. And when we saw it in the thrift store and picked it up, it's like $1.
Yeah.
Take a flyer.
Very cheap.
For $1. And Warren Beatty is famous for being a perfectionist on his movies and very hard driving and stuff. And he was a producer on this movie. And he was going to have somebody else play Clyde initially. He was just going to be a producer. And then something happened and he decided to play the part himself because he was going to cast his sister, Shirley MacLaine, as Bonnie. But when he decided to play Clyde, he's like, "Oh, she can't play Bonnie now." That would be a little
weird.
That would be too weird. So she got axed from the show. But it was interesting. Arthur Penn's directing was interesting. I don't know if I've ever seen an Arthur Penn movie, but it's a very sort of got a style to it.
Mm-hmm.
And I like Warren Beatty as an actor. He's good in it. The characters, like I said, what I was disappointed at mostly was learning later that a lot of it wasn't true.
Yeah, that was very
disappointing. A lot of stuff up.
And I don't, again, why would you do that?
Right. So that really hurt my enjoyment of it in retrospect and my desire to keep it as one of our collection because, again, I don't see the need to ever watch it again. I've seen it. It's not 100% accurate, which, I mean, no movie is, but truncating events for time is one thing, but just making up things
out of whole cloth, right? Yeah, it just
is different.
Yeah, that's how I feel. The acting is great. Gene Wilder's in it. That was really interesting.
That's right.
To see him in it, and Gene Hackman was really good. His character was really good. So, but again, when you fictionalize stuff, it just sucks the joy out of it. It's like there was no reason for that. Even the end,
right?
The end of what happened to them. I'm like, oh my, and then finding out it's like that's not how it happened. But most of it is how it happened. But they fabricated stuff, and there was just no reason for it.
Yeah, and they softened up both Bonnie and Clyde's characters for the movie, which is understandable because you want the audience to kind of, in a weird way, maybe connect or root for them. But in real life, they were both pretty heinous people.
Yeah, and especially her.
Yeah. Because
the way the movie portrays her, and then you find out, no, she was just as big a despicable person as he was from a young age. So these were two hardened people. There wasn't anything soft and fluttery about them.
Right. I think it would have been better if they had actually done a movie about the real characters and showed them with all of their, what's the word I'm looking for?
Warts.
Well, even bigger. I mean, they were nasty people. Clearly, everybody knows they robbed banks and stuff like that and robbed people and
killed people. A lot of people.
Yeah, in real life. But while this shows that, it just I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
When you know the truth.
Right. And then other things that they showed about them, personal things, conversations that probably nobody, it's all make believe. But then you wonder, it's like, was he really like that? Was she really like that? Or
Right.
where do you find out? Where do you go to find out if these things are true or not? So, yeah, there's all that. I never understood, again, where it's like, who was the fly on the wall that heard these conversations between these two people? And then they put it in there like, this is true fact. So,
Yeah, and again, a lot of their core motivations as characters just don't match up with the truth, and again, so it takes away a lot of it. So I don't. In the movie, I mean, the movie was interesting. It was a little long. It was interesting to watch. It was probably worth seeing because it is a very well known movie.
yes.
But I don't ever want to see it again.
Yeah, I don't need to see it again. Like I said, the style is interesting.
Yeah.
I like the style of it. But if you're looking for a historical depiction, this is not it.
No.
It's just not. Probably a good half of it's not true. So.
Yeah, it's probably an insult to their victims'
Oh yeah.
memories to have them portrayed
Yeah.
this kindly.
Yeah. And I think too that you had mentioned that two of the actual people involved sued the studio
Yes.
because they did not appreciate the way they were portrayed. And one was like this huge total fabrication
Right.
that never happened. And I'm sure it's like, again, I don't know what they were thinking. It's like, just share the truth. You
Yeah.
don't need to try to make it interesting. It is interesting.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. Clyde's sister-in-law is in the movie, and she's nothing like the real life woman, and she sued over, I guess, defamation.
Yeah.
And then the
The-
sheriff
Is
or
he-
marshal, I forget what he is, the lawman
He's a lawman.
who is going after them. It was portrayed completely in a
Yeah.
fabricated way that hurt his reputation as well. So he sued, and they both, as I understand it, won undisclosed amounts.
Yeah.
Because they didn't do right by him.
Yeah. Again, it's not necessary.
No.
Just share the truth.
Yeah. So okay, well, that's it for us. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Bye.